Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and selamat sejahtera, and hello everybody. First, let me introduce my name. My name is My name is Ahmad Sharizan Sharani. I'm from Department of Interactive Media, Faculty of Information and Communication Technology, University Technical Malaysia in Melaka. Today, I would like to present a paper entitled "iPad as a Learning Tool in UTEM." This paper was written by me and 4 other university members. 3 of them are from the same faculty, and one of our member is from Center of Language and Human Development. Okay, and this paper was written for the 5th International Conference in E-Learning 2015, or Icel 2015 in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. Alright, before I go further, let me first tell you the guideline, or what I'm going to say, outline. First, I will start with the motivation, why we do this kind of study or research, and then I'll move to the study objective before I explain the methods and result and discussion, and I'll wrap up with the conclusion. Alright. In UTEM, University Malaysia Technical, or UTEM, has provided 500 iPads for each faculty and center in UTEM for the learning and teaching purpose process in UTEM. Okay, here you can see the words. Before this, we use the word teaching and learning, but for flipped classroom, we kind of change the word into learning and teaching, because we believe that the learning must come first before the teaching. The student have to undergo the learning process by him or herself before come to the class to see a moderator or lecturer who will act as a moderator on the learning process. Alright. iPad has some advantageous features, as we all know, and among the lecturers as well as among the students, and this has been proved by a few researchers. Students are more comfortable with e-learning compared to ordinary style of teaching and mobile technology by using iPad as their learning process. So we implement iPad in UTEM, and iPad has been used for across the world in several developed countries to enhance the way of doing learning and teaching. So inside the iPad, there's a few apps. There's so many apps actually. One of the apps that we specifically use in UTEM is iBook. So the iBook can be used as a medium to learning, and what we'll try to do is try to make the student engagement, to get the student engagement by using the iBook. So what we did is UTEM, among the pioneer, I'm proud to say here, is among the pioneer of the public university, or UA stands for University Awam, that implement this approach by using iPad. So what we did is we work very closely with Apple, and they provide a few series of training for us as academic staff, and then we kind of to develop an iBook for us to use this iBook app for the flipped learning classroom as our teaching purpose. And after a series of the training, we call us as champions. Champions mean among the first staff who undergo this kind of training to implement iBook as well as iPad in their learning. Alright, this is I would like to share with you some of the picture that we use the iPad during teaching and learning process. And then I also would like to share with you my students' activity video. Okay. Actually, what the inside is the video is one of the session that I asked my student. I divide them into a small group, and then they use apps in the inside the iPad, and then with the like keynotes and so on. And we use the apps to share with their group members and other group members as well. So what we did is not actually 100% using flipped classroom yet, or flipped learning approach yet. Kind of blended. So like iBook, we select among a few important topic, and then we try to do this the topic that difficult for the student to understand, and then try to make into a flipped classroom. Let them explore the content of iBook before come to the class. We share using the iPad and share the knowledge with the lecturer. Okay, actually there's so many ways to do it, but I just show the video of one of the example. Okay, next I would like to move to our study objective. The objective of this study is actually to identify the reliability of the data item of the instrument that student acceptable in meaningful learning experience by using iPad, and we based on the Chromebook Alpha values. A guideline to promote we can use this result from the study as a guideline to promote learning and teaching using iPad among student and teacher as well as the lecturer in U10. We start with U10 first. So the aim is for other public university or university awam. And the study also like to help the course development and the university, particularly the U10, to improve the course design, such as course infrastructure, pedagogy, curriculum, content, teaching, as well as the learning outcome. So what we did is we prepare the online survey. We prepared 38 questions through the Google Docs, and we asked our student to answer the question. The participant, the student investigate the acceptance of meaningful learning experience using iPad and flipped learning approach. And then the methodology that we use is EDI model, step-by-step approach, where if you all know that this is very popular approach, which consists of 5 phases, which are analysis, development, implementation, and evaluation. Alright, so we managed to get 119 participants, students, undergraduate students who already undergo the learning process using the iPad and flipped classroom. And then out of 190, 106 of them are from diploma level and 84 are degree students. Data was collected and evaluated and analyzed quantitatively, and the result was generated using SPSS to get the Chromebook Alpha result. The Chromebook Alpha is used to measure the statistic and reliability of the certain test. Okay, the Chromebook Alpha also used to provide the reliability of the result, factor the interrelatedness of, in other words, it's also internal consistency, which indicate the degree of relatedness among the items. So we can provide, we can measure actually the internal consistency from the study of our research. It is among a value of 0 and 1. So Chromebook Alpha will provide a conservative estimation whether it's reliable or not, the study. And then generally we represent the lower bound or order of the scale. So the result, if you can see here, related to Chromebook Alpha is given inside the table. So we, from the table you can see, we divide like below 0.6 we consider as a weak. It means that no connection. It means that the result is not good. And between 0.61 to 0.79 is acceptable, and more than 0.8 is very high. So the high alpha means the usability of the item instrument is consistent. Alright, so this is four items that we measure. We like to measure the learnability, the effectiveness of using the iPad, whether it is easy to use, and as well as the flexibility and attitude. And out of five, as you can see here in the diagram, in the table, out of five, four of them are acceptable, meaning that more than 0.6. Only one variable, which is attitude, is 0.543, which is below than 0.6. Probably this is because we are still new. The students are still new in using the flipped classroom, using the iPad. So some of them are like not familiar with some of the apps inside the iPad. And okay, from 5 elements that we measure, I just want to highlight two important elements, which are learnability and effectiveness. So the first one is learnability. So out of 38 questions inside the questionnaire, 5 of them are related to learnability. For example, the first one, the content of the course meet the requirement of the syllabus. And the second table here is to measure the effectiveness. And there are 9 questions altogether that related to effectiveness. If you refer to our paper, we have compared all 5 elements to get the means, standard deviation, as well as the number of respondents. Okay, now we move to the final part of the presentation, conclusions. Okay, based on the 5 constructs that we measure, which are learnability, effectiveness, easy of use, flexibility, as well as the attitude, we conclude that Conva Alpha is essential in identifying both the valid and invalid data in the study. Meaning that we can use the result from this initial study to for another further study. Alright, the study also proved that the interaction or engagement makes students involved during the learning process. So it is proved that by using this approach, by using iPad, by using iBook, by using flipped classroom, can enhance the student engagement, particularly in the with the content of the course itself. Flipped learning has been proposed to the to be one of the approach that are going to be used in learning and teaching in Unit 10. If you refer to government policy, it is clearly stated inside the Dasar Pembangunan Negara depan, meaning that government also emphasis of using this approach, a flipped classroom, for the higher institution or public university. So it's in line with the government policy. This approach also enables students enable learning process to become more and more interesting and engaging, and the students could have better understanding due to the interactivity and the content of the iBook itself. Okay, I guess that's all my presentation. If you have any question, please do email me. You can refer to our paper and you can directly email us. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.